Salome, Namaste, peace be upon you, my galactic family. This is Mohrephoh from Amilazori, Pleiadian number 33. Asim Archangel, I love you so much. I just want to reflect few things for you after meditation today. My heart just was lighted up with the frequency of understanding, and I want to share with you now, because a lot of brothers, sisters, you're not getting angry when you're hearing my truths. You're just getting agitated, because, see, when you are in an ego, you know you will get angry, you will get agitated, you will get frustrated. But when you put yourself in a heart, you will be in a peace right away. Please know, that's the fact. That doesn't matter what is happening to you. There's 100 people, like I mentioned before, 100 people are in the scenario, and they all went through the same evil or bad situation that you've been through. But the minute you will believe that no matter what kind of situation comes, it will be in good for me, you will have the perfect good outcome for you. And those people who always be thinking about that negative situation that will come to them and came to them, and they only will look through like a negative spectrum of light, that's what they will get in the end. So always be positive. If it's good, and like, for example, sometimes if somebody loves you, like your mother, and she, a lot of you misunderstand this because you think a lot of negative and bad things my mom did for me, and you condemning your mother. No, you make a big mistake, my brothers and sisters. When you see your mother doing something evil towards you in the past, and something bad, evil, you don't see that your mother is watching you from the heart, so she can see before even she can understand what she's doing. She's implementing something. She's maybe not aware consciously what she's doing, but she's doing from the heart, because the heart can only see. Your ego structure, your mind will never understand and comprehend. So look at your mother and the past things what happened between you and your mother, not as condemning her. Go to her, bow down in front of her and say, thank you, Mom, that you did all those evil, bad things for me. Now I understand they were not bad. They were not bad for me. They were the blessings for me. But I was always in my ego structure, and I never understood this until now. Don't forget, my brothers and sisters, that for me to be an assistant of Gaia and all populace and all people and all brothers and sisters on this planet, on this plane of existence, I had to go through Arcturian Gate, and that's the only. See, the New Age activation codings who came to help and assist, they came only through Arcturian Gate, because that's the only way you could actually be in amnesia, and at the same time you can be awakened from that amnesia. Is that only Arcturian Gate 22. So understand this and know that before I woke up, I was the same like you. I went through my trials, turbulations, and my ego structure, and see, I was always different. And everybody's different, but please understand, before you judge me and before you judge yourself and you judge somebody else, know the truth that before I woke up, I was the same like you. I was the same like everybody else. I was frustrated. I was angry. I was not in the heart. I was in my ego structure. And now I know I was in my ego structure because I was frustrated on so many different levels of understanding. But those turbulations and those tests of this perspective got me where I am right now. And now I know to to really be in my heart always, because I've been that road before. I don't want to be there again. And the only want to be in the past situations and negativity, be in your ego. Like I said before, the time machine, if you want to go in the past, just be angry. And there you are. It's a time machine. If you want to go in the past, just be angry. A time machine, if you want to go to the future, just be anxious. There you go. But if you want to be in your heart, when you want to be in the peace, step out from that time vehicle, time machine, and just be in the present moment. Be in the present moment. Like, for example, let me tell you how a universe, it will come gently to wake you up, like it happened with me. Like, I was between 7 and 8 years old. I was playing with toys, I remember, and my father came from work. I'm not saying my father is a evil or bad man. I'm not saying this. I'm saying that everybody have their own route. Everybody have their own tests. Everybody have their own awakenings, and we are just reflecting to each other our awareness. We are all mirrors to each other. If we mirror all of us, and if we see the mirror is, if its ego is clouded, we reflecting a cloudy, dirty mirror, so we cannot even reflect to each other our pure essence. But our heart is like a sponge, and it's clearing that mirror. So if we're mirroring each other with a clean mirror, we can see each other and we can reflect, and there's more light and there's more presence, and everything becomes perfect. So let me go back to a scenario when I was a little boy between 7 and 8, when my father came from work. I was playing with toys, and I dropped the toys, and I ran to the kitchen, and I grabbed my mom's hand, and I told her, "Mom, Dad came from a lady." And remember, every generation is growing up faster because the speed of technology and telepathy and what have you. So imagine, I was born 1976, so imagine back then, a 7-year-old boy, what he knew about interaction between male and female. It's maybe there are few aspects in the families, but like it happened with me, I had no idea what I was saying. Like, for example, 10, 12, 15 years ago, I was a carer outside Chicago, and I was working for one family, and very crucial thing was that this family told me that I was supposed to, the father of that family, he was a hospice patient, and I was supposed to, there was maybe a 1 hour or a couple weeks, couple days for him to live. That's what the agency told me, But I was willing to help the family. I was there, and what happened when I approached the family, the very crucial thing the family told me was that they had two poodles. One poodle was a gray poodle. It was a male, and a female was a white poodle. And see, I'm just giving you my past scenarios, so you see how universe will come to you. The universe will come to you in different format just to wake you up. Even if at that moment you didn't woke up, this scenario was needed, so in the future you will remember this act of situation, and you can process this in the future, and you can connect the dots, and then you be like, wow, of course, yes, of course, I understand now. So what happened? The son approached me, and he told me, oh, don't worry about the male poodle. He never ever approached no one. And they had the dog for like 10, that was many years ago, but the dog was at that time like 9 or 11 years old, so the dog was pretty much old. And I think female was a little bit younger, but they told me the female poodle, the white poodle, will approach you after a few days when she get to know you. Let me tell you what happened. After a few days, the father died. The father died, and what happened? We waited, of course, for police and ambulance come. That was, I think, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And what happened? I was sitting in the living room. The whole family, they called like few members of the family, and half of the family just show up, in the middle of the night. I'm sitting on a couch, and all family members very sad. What happened? The grandfather just passed away. He died. They were very sad, and see, even a universe in a process of awakening me was reflection for the family to not grieve over the father, because there's aspect of more miracles. Miracles are like the universe speaks to us in a different levels. What happened? I was sitting on a couch and I looked in a very brief moment. I looked on that gray poodle, and I was not even speaking to the poodle. I looked at the poodle, and what happened? The poodle just came to me and he jumped on me, and he was sitting on my lap, and I was petting the dog. And at that moment, I forgot, a few days ago that the son told me, "Oh, don't worry about the gray poodle. He never came to no one. Don't worry about him. Don't even call him. He just don't mind him." And what happened at that moment when the poodle came and jumped at me? The whole family stood up, and they forgot. That just like few minutes ago, the family member passed away, died. They were amazed that dog came and sat on me, and actually the son who came and told me this, he actually came very close to me when I was petting the dog, and he said, "You know what? You have to be somebody special." And I'm like, when I look at him like very weird, I just look at him like very strange look, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he told me, "This dog never came to no one, and he's sitting at you. You have to be somebody special." See, the universe speaks to us with every different level. The other scenario I had, like, for example, I was working in Chicago for like one Italian family. Italians, they're very, very big families. And I was similar scenario that the client, the patient, father, of course, of that family was on hospice. And he lived a little bit longer than the gentleman I described to you at first. He was maybe there like a couple weeks. But what happened after the patient died of that Italian family? They called me a few weeks later to come for like a, like Italians grieving. It's like an Italian ritual. I cannot describe it for you right now, but it's like a, I don't know if different families have that. So they were grieving over loss of their parent, grandfather. So they called me to be part of the family. And I remember I was in the garden. I was there in the garden, and the son came to me of that. I think he was. Yeah, he was. It was so many years ago. He was either a grandson or a son of this older gentleman I was taking care of, but that was a long ago. I can hardly remember all of it, but I just trying to give you how a universe shows the polarity, so it will wake your subconscious. He was, when I reflect now, he was maybe the last person who could tell me this. It was this guy. Because he was a mechanic, he was like a bodybuilder, he was a very big guy, he was nothing. He was like, in all those people I know in my life, probably he was the last one I could think of. He could tell me what he told me. And what he told me, he walked up to me and he said, "You know what? When you came to our home, I was not sure of you. But when I saw you, when the family member was dying, I was holding the client, I was holding his hand. I was there with the whole family, and I was speaking to the family, speak to him. He is still, he can hear you. Please talk to him." And on that garden, a few weeks later, when he approached me again, and he told me something I could never expect he could tell me. He said, like, you have to be an angel, coming from home to home, helping people to come back home. And when he told me this, I was just mesmerized. I didn't know what to say. See, so I have a lot of situations like that in my past. A lot of situations. I can write a book about my past. How the universe, but this is only glimpse, so you know that I'm not somebody special. I was just like you. I was frustrated. I was angry. I went through so many tests in my life. Oh my goodness. So someday I will make a movie about how I came to be more aware where I am right now. But let me tell you, please don't judge me. When I know you probably, when you're going on my timeline and you're hearing my messages, you're probably getting angry and frustrated. I've been there. I know, that's why I am not angry at you. You swearing me, you cussing me, you putting me with all those negativity. But you know what? I love you. I don't care what you think of me because I've been in those shoes before, and I'm not judging you. I love you. I love you because it's a very good sign when you get angry. This is when you become your true awakening happens when you are getting angry because and agitated because it becomes imbalance in your subconscious mind, and the heart is waking up when this is imbalance happening in your subconscious, and that's how your heart can find the truth. I love you, dear family of light. I love you so much. Namaste.